Jurgen, obviously you recalled Delori and Ojo from their loan spells, so what's the latest on fitness of Coutinho, Lovren and Toure?
Yeah, Phil is a bit more serious than the row is Phil is more serious than Deschamps than Colo, but nobody of these three players will be available for tomorrow. So it's always with muscle injuries you don't know exactly. It's okay. Colo was a cramp. That's not a problem, but of course we after 3 days, then it's not possible to play the next game. But for sure next week should be not a problem. With Dejan, the situation is I think he will be available after Man United. Yeah, and Phil needs, I think, 1, maybe 2 weeks longer, or 3 weeks for Phil. But it's muscle injury, so we don't know exactly. It's always with weeks and so on. At the end, it's really rare that it's quicker. Sometimes it's longer. So we will see how long it takes.
Obviously, various theories have been put forward as to why your squad is suffering so many hamstring injuries. And Sam Allardyce has said, I don't think Jurgen has realised just how ferocious our league is at this period of time. And because he's asked for that extra high energy, that extra 10 yards, these lads are fatiguing and are picking up these muscle strains. What do you make of that? What's your response to that?
First of all, you should read it again, because I didn't read it by myself, and if you read that quick, how could I understand what he said?
Okay, I'll go through it again. I don't think Jurgen has realised just how ferocious our league is at this period of time. And because he has asked for that extra high energy, that extra 10 yards, these lads are fatiguing with so many games in such a short period of time and are picking up these muscle strains.
Well, I knew about the English Premier League. I knew about the fixture, so that's not a problem. But I think glad for Sam, such experienced manager, that he has time to think about Liverpool problems. But I don't have really time to think about this. We work here together, and we know about our situation. We know in most of the cases about the reasons, and so it's often the situation. One, injury, the wrong moment, it's a problem for the whole squad, because other players have to play too much. That's the thing. But that's all. So, and then you have to react on this, and that's what we try to do. But there's no. I knew about the intensity of the football here, and that's all.
One reaction that you have spoken of is the possibility of bringing in extra cover, particularly at centre-half during this transfer window. You've been linked with a number of players, Ranocchio, Matic, Subotic. Is there any truth in that? Is there any chance?
Yes, the truth is that we of course have to react on the situation, and that it's not only to take new players. It's difficult enough in this moment to find players to say, okay, come on, quality players. They have to be in a difficult situation in their actual club, or things like this, or the clubs need money, whatever, and we have to try to find the perfect solution. But that's not too easy. But we are, of course, we have our eyes open and watch the market. That's the truth. But
those three possible. Those three players possible.
Ever before today, a manager said something to names you said in a press conference. Okay, don't know. I forgot the names. And now I know them again. Okay.
Juliet, do you want to go next to ladies?
Bearing in mind then the problems that you've got, and you've got a Premier League fixtures coming up next week against Arsenal and Manchester United, do you make a lot of changes for this FA Cup tie against Exeter?
Yes.
To help your squad?
Yes, I think that's the thing we have to do now. we have to take the situation like it is, and we'll go to Exeter, and I will be there for sure. So, and
Anyone else?
yeah, I have to take a few players with me. No, it's of course it's a great tournament. We know about this, and we have to make decisions in this moment now for the team, for Liverpool team, and for my team, and so we have to make changes. That's all I can say, because in this moment I don't know who is available. We will try to train in 2 hours or things with the team who will play tomorrow, and then we will see what will happen. But of course we will make changes.
Mandy?
Is it difficult, Jurgen, for you to implement what you want to do with this Liverpool squad when it is such a demanding time for your players?
No, the problem is, but I can't change this. The problem is that now in this situation, obviously, you all think about or speak about intensity of my style. I didn't create a style. How could I? I'm not a genius. We play only football, and a football team like Liverpool, and with the ambitions we have, or the club have, is that we have to be successful. We have to find a way to be successful, and that's what we try to do. And then for this you need players, of course, and for this you need, I said it a few weeks ago, you need a little bit of luck, and with injuries, we didn't have too much of this, that's the truth. But 2 weeks ago we had no idea about that we will have a problem on centre halves. Now we have it, that's the situation. And now you have to think about this, but it's not that intensive. Maybe the first game against Tottenham was more intensive than other games. Now we make a few sprints more, perhaps, but not 500 more or things like this. So it's completely normal, average running. Football is not all about more. It's more in the right moment. It's more about thinking quicker and be quicker in the right position and things like this. And it's, as long as you are not quick enough in mind, and that's always in life like this, then you have to run a little bit more. That's the truth. But we cannot change this. So it's no time, real time for training. It's only recovery, and the game is our best session in the week, or our only session, to be honest, in the week. And that's the thing. And yeah.
You've got Exeter, Arsenal and Manchester United all in the space of 10 days. It's quite a challenging time, isn't it? But a time that you also try and have to enjoy.
I do the whole day. I enjoy life, and it's really good. But in this moment, it's more a little bit of work, to be honest. It's not too much joy. But yeah, of course. But now it's Exeter, and then we have 5 or 6 days. I think it's nearly until Friday. We play Wednesday. Yeah. So it's nearly a break. It's just, I think about flying on holiday. Okay, then we play against Arsenal and then Man United. Of course, it's big games, and I played a few times against Arsenal, so it's not that exciting. But it will be my first time against Man United. So, but no big space to enjoy all that stuff in a moment. But what we saw, and we should not forget what we saw at at Stoke, was a brilliant performance of my team, and especially the first half was great. And I think everybody who watched football thinks, okay, that's kind of football I could love, and that's very important. And so I didn't forget that in all the things what happened afterwards, and I think, okay, who can we bring in the next game? Well, we will always have a team on the pitch, and we always have good players. Sometimes with a little bit less of experience, of course, we will see, but we'll have a good team, and that's okay. So it's an intensive moment, but I am really looking forward to the next week.
Mike?
Jurgen, I'm sure you knew all about the FA Cup and its history a long time before you came to this country. What did you make of the competition, looking at it over in Germany?
No, it's not. And to be honest, it's like I think you don't know too much about the importance of DFB Pokal, because and it's a real big tournament in Germany. And when I came here, everybody said it was twice German champion, and nobody spoke about that we won 2012 the double. So that's really important. But it's always like this. It's the same when I said I came here and Arsenal won the last 2 years FA Cup. But when I came here, I only heard about. But they didn't win the league for I don't know how many years. And but it's a big tournament for sure. But I cannot. And there's a big respect for this tournament, of course, here in the team. And I spoke to the players before the semi-final because asked them if it's important for you. This cup, you have to show it, because all the people say, "Oh, it's a Carling Cup. I don't know. It's not that. It's the third one in the row or things like this." And my players showed that they're really interested in winning this cup. That's good. And the same thing is with the FA Cup, but we can't think about this in the first round, of course. So it's for sure you only can go through the whole tournament and go to the final if you win each game. But tomorrow we have to find a solution for the common situation. If we go through, yes. If we go out, then you have to criticize us, no problem, but we have to think about more than only one game.
It does have a long tradition of shock results, particularly in the early stages, third, fourth round, with lower clubs, teams from lower divisions knocking out teams from your Premier League and the Championship. Given the fact that you can't play your strongest team, the fixtures, the injuries, everything else, does that leave you more open to being on the wrong end of the shock result?
Yeah, I think that it's always like this. If you go back, but nobody's interested. If you go back to these shock results and ask why it happens, I think when I heard about Man United lost 2 years ago, I think against playing now Championship, forget the name. Yep. And nobody's interested why Man United played with the team they played, if they played there with the first team or not, blah, blah, blah. So it's only 2 names of the clubs. It's not allowed that it happens. And so everybody's want to see the sensation. That's always with the first round, and maybe with the second round too. That's like it is. That's what you have to live with in football. But what I said, the team which will play tomorrow will want to win this game for sure, with 100%, with everything they have. But it will be a team that didn't play too often together. That's the truth. And if this is a chance for Exeter, then they have to take it. That's football. If it's not, if we only go there to win the game, to go in next round. But in our situation, how I said, we cannot be blind and say, okay, FA Cup, don't think about Arsenal. Usually I'm like this because you have to do it like this, because sport on this level, you have always to be fully concentrated in this. But now we need the time for a few players to recover and come back and be available for Arsenal. And the squad is big. With all the young players, it's really big, and we have to use this quality now, and that's what we are doing.
Jurgen, you've recalled a few players on loan, or a few players coming back. Can you just clarify who's coming back, your reasons for that, and whether there'll be any more coming?
No, that's I can write a book about this. But we thought the last few days about nothing else than what we can do in our situation. So, and I think the first thing is that we take back our own players. So that's a normal thing. Even if they have not, especially if they have not a perfect situation in the clubs where they are on loan. So like it is with Ocho and like it was with Kent. So and then we have to say, or with Thiago. So it's nothing fixed. We will see what will happen in the next few hours. Or not all is fixed, but these are our players, and we have a situation. In my opinion, that's what we spoke about. But we will speak about this in next summer again. But usually the best skilled and biggest talents should be in their own club, so they can play together in U21. It's normal football. They can develop as a team. They can play together, and then if the situation is like this, or in another situation, or they make big steps, pick them. So you have them always around you. And that's how I think it should be. But we will, how I said, think about this in summer. Now we take them back, and yeah, it's a big chance. It's a big chance for the boys, but no pressure in, because they are still young. and if they do well, then they can make quickly the next step. If not, they have time. That's the big and good thing when you're young, and that's what we try to, or what we tell them, and then we want to work with them, and then we'll see what happens.
You mentioned those three there. Are you looking at bringing any others back then? In this one?
I'm not too sure in this moment, but yeah, it's possible. But yeah, we have to wait. It's not usually it's the situation in the club where they are and our situation. If this work together, it's not only to bring players back and at the end you have 20 for one position. That's not the thing we want to do. But the offensive winger and centre half is for us really in this moment really interesting. So we made these decisions.